Hey guys, what's going on? It's Karl here, back with another episode. This one is slightly different, and by slightly, I mean a lot. Trust me, we're checking out the other side of the studio, this wall. So a ton of you over on social were actually asking if I could take a look at not only the setup which I have around here, which you see on a daily basis, but what I've actually got on the other side of this wall, which is my living room. And there I like to play a few video games, watch some TV, and hang out when I'm not busy editing videos over on that rig down there. So let's go take a look on the other side. So now we are in the place where I probably spend the second most time in, aside from my studio. We will kick things off with the piece de resistance. Excuse my French, the main centerpiece in my living room, which has to be the TV. This guy is the XBR 850D, 65 inches of 4K glory, and all I can say is, this thing is beautiful. You really need to be standing exactly where I am to get a real understanding of how incredibly thin this panel is. It was kind of a pain for me to unbox, so I'll leave that video up here, but some of the features of the XBR, it's got micro zone dimming, so it actually has double the amount of LEDs than most panels, and now in certain areas you're able to increase or decrease the black levels. That means blacks naturally seem blacker and contrast ratios are way better. It also has the X1 chip built in, so when you're watching any sort of video or content, it cross-references the image with a giant Sony database where they make all their movies and cross-references the color on screen to that database to produce the most accurate color representation of what you're supposed to see. And of course, no TV setup is quite good enough without a solid audio setup. You can actually see a couple steps this way. My traditional audio setup, I had a couple analog pieces here, my old school Nakamichi receiver. I've got some Spendor speakers, but I've more recently switched to a more digital solution. Welcome once again, Sony 4K soundbar. So this is actually a high-res audio 24-bit soundbar, so all the stuff that you listen to, as long as it supports or outputs in high-res, it will be naturally better than standard quote-unquote definition audio. It has 6 separate amplifiers with the tweeters facing slightly different positions, so if you're sitting in your room, pretty much I'm usually sitting right there, I can hear everything on the TV crystal clear, whether I'm rocking some Gears of War, maybe even watching some Netflix, some movies, whatever I'm up to that day. Right underneath the soundbar is where I house most of my peripherals, and this is where most of my content comes from. So I've just got a standard TV box. I usually only watch sports, whether I'm watching the Blue Jays or the Leafs in 4K, and underneath that, console of choice has to be the Xbox One. Still on the audio theme, the soundbar is paired with the NT5 subwoofer. This thing is sleek, fits perfectly into this entire setup, gives me that nice kick of bass, and is way slimmer than this giant Velodyne sub that I've got. And I would say the thing that has completely changed my entire audio experience are these two little guys that live here. This is the first time that I've gone surround sound. So these are the ZR5 home speakers, and I'm gonna label these as the jack of all trades wireless speakers that pretty much do everything that you want them to do, pairs with a TV, can use them as Bluetooth speakers, and really completes the whole surround sound setup. I've actually custom made the stands that they sit on, grafted a couple pieces of aluminum together, and I think they fit perfectly into the setup, nice and sleek, and surround sound, I can't believe I've been missing out so long. But now we've migrated to this area, you can see the area where I like to sit on, just my standard couch, pretty much dead center, and above me we have, I'd say the coolest thing in my place. Has to be those Zelda posters. These are actually just wall decals, and I know a ton of people ask about them. I got them from a website called Blick. I'll leave the info down in the description, but I think they add a nice personal, unique touch to this place. A couple more Zelda themed stuff. I've got some wood Triforce coasters. Switching on over to here, this is a blanket, which I think I got in Mexico, Cancun. I've got some other pillow paraphernalia around, some Samsung stuff. This video, no way sponsored. Over onto here, I've got a Galaxy S7 from a launch party. Talk nerdy to me, why not? And we're gonna now migrate to this area here, which has now become my second little studio makeshift editing area. I actually edit most of my geared out videos here. Nice little change of scenery. I can see what's going on outside. This is the Asus 31-inch 4K monitor. Got my PS4 hooked up here to keep both systems rocking. I think I'm playing some Uncharted 4. So I think that will pretty much wrap up my entire living room setup tour. I don't think I missed too much, but let me know what you think of my second place of Zen. I hope you guys enjoyed this little hybrid / tech vlog video. I had a ton of fun making it, and hopefully it gives you some ideas on how to improve your home setup wherever you live and whatever your crib looks like. I will catch the rest of you though in either one of my next episodes or in one of my vlogs. Peace!